Google is one of the largest tech companies on the planet. People every day access the internet through Google, and Google controls a lot of that information.
And that right there was Missouri's Attorney General Eric Schmitt in our nation's capital today. Good evening. Thanks for joining us once again here at 10. I'm David Oliver. Attorneys General from all over the U.S., including Schmitt, have now launched what's being called the antitrust probe into the big tech giant Google. Caller 10's Madison Hever's been watching the meetings of the AGs there in our nation's capital. She's back tonight to kind of break down the investigation. What exactly is this investigation all about, Madison?
Yeah, attorneys general from all over the country are in D.C. That includes Missouri Attorney General Eric Schmitt and Arkansas Attorney General Leslie Rutledge. And they are there to basically see if Google has become too big or if it's made it harder for smaller rivals to succeed. Eric Schmitt said earlier today that he gave an example basically, saying, well, it makes it harder for others to succeed, basically.
Mm-hmm. And so to put that into context, it's like if you were trying to buy a house and Google owned the house, and Google owned not just that house, but a lot of houses on your block and in your neighborhood, in your city, in your state, and in the country, quite frankly. And they also were the seller's agent. And they were also the buyer's agent, helping you negotiate a fair price. Certainly there are questions that need to be raised.
Question now is who exactly is behind this investigation, Madison?
Yeah, it's the attorneys general, and there's 50 of them from all across the country, and it's led by Texas Attorney General Ken Paxton, and it consists of attorneys general from that are men, women across both sides of the aisle, and all different types of races, and they're focusing on the advertising side of it. Basically.
What about advertising, though?
Well, Attorney General Leslie Rutledge from Arkansas said, basically, when you search for something, it shouldn't be the first result from that search shouldn't be from an advertiser that paid for it.
As a new mom, when my daughter is sick and I search online for advice or doctors, I want the best advice from the best doctors, not the doctor and not the clinic who can spend the most on advertising.
I have to wonder now what Google may be saying about the investigation, Madison.
Yeah, they sent a statement to me today. They said, quote, "It's of course right that governments should have an oversight to ensure that all successful companies, including ours, are complying with the law. The Department of Justice, for example, has announced that it's starting a review of online platforms. We have answered many questions on these issues over many years in the United States as well as overseas across many aspects of our business, so this is not new for us. The DOJ has asked us to provide information about these past investigations, and we expect the attorneys general will ask similar questions. We have always worked constructively with regulators and will continue to do so." So basically, they're just saying that this is nothing new and that they're going to comply.
This is going to be a long process, obviously. When might we see something, though, come out of this investigation?
Well, we don't know. It depends on what they find from the investigation. It could be they focus on something more specific.
Yeah. So a lot more to come on this. We appreciate you helping break it down for us tonight, Madison Hever here at 10. Thanks.